Hello and welcome back to Alfonso's Phone Collection. This is part 2 of the September 2023 phone collection update. So let's continue to where was I? So this is my LG Shine. This one is untested, and some of you noticed the tape. It was like this when I got it. Here's an Ericsson T10S. This one's untested. Here's a Sony Ericsson V800, this one's also untested. Yup, no updates with the Sony Ericsson phones. And if you've happened to notice, I have some drawing right here, some here, and some other pictures here. A lot of countries, Tonga, Slovakia, Kazakhstan, Bulgaria, San Marino, and many more. But, onto the video. This is my Motorola C139. This one is untested. Same with this phone here, the Acer G520. Here's an Alcatel, I've forgotten what it was, but it works. Here's a Bosch GSM509, another one. This one's also untested. Yep, I threw away some batteries that were bulged. Here's a Sony Ericsson Yanzo. This one works, but doesn't have a battery in it. I lost the battery, if you've noticed already. Here's my Sony Ericsson J120i. This one works, but doesn't have a battery in it. Also nothing new with it. Just the battery works, just the Sony Ericsson Yanto can't charge the battery. Here's a Telit GM711, I think. I've forgotten, but it's untested. Here's a Samsung SGH C270. This one works. Here's an Alcatel T255. This one does not have a battery in it, but it works. Here's another Nokia C101. This one doesn't work. Here's an Ericsson T10S. This one, not T10S, GA628. It also works, but it does not work. It's untested. I'm just mistaking tons of those phones if they work or not, or if they're untested. Here's a ZTE GX76, my only Hello Kitty style phone. It works, but the battery was bulged, so I threw it out. Yep, I also threw away the battery from my Alcatel Touch 308, which is this one here right here, I just remembered. Diamond Easy 10s and Siemens C65s. And then I threw away SGX 480s. This phone right here. Anyway, this is my only Hello Kitty phone, Vegas Hello Kitty phone. Here's another Huawei G6. This one works but doesn't have a battery in it. Alright, so next is Sony Ericsson T280i. Nothing new with it as well. Here's the Samsung E120i. This one works. I also got this one in the phone lot. There's another Nokia 1100, another one. Actually, this phone here is my third 1100. This one here I'm showing right now is my first 1100. This is this one I don't know the carrier. It works, but doesn't have a battery in it. This is my Motorola Flare. This one is untested. Here's a Sharp GX29, not 20, 17. I'm mistaking some of the names. This one's untested. Here's a Nokia 8310. This one only works on the charger. Moving on to the other bat. This is my Philips Dega. This one doesn't work. Here's the Motorola V50. This one's untested. Here's an Alcatel 1066G. I also got this from the phone lot. Here's the Nokia 1600, this one works. Here's a Nokia 2760, no updates with it. Here's a Sony Ericsson Quickshare, also no updates with it. Here's another Motorola Razr, this one works, but it's dead. It hasn't a charge in a year. Here's an Ericsson T20E, this one's untested. Here's an Alcatel HC800, this one does not work. Here's the last Nokia 1100, my second Nokia 1100 I've acquired. This one is my TMN Nokia 1100. Here's Samsung SGH C140. This one works but has no battery. Here's an Alcatel T265. This one works and it isn't dead. Here's a Nokia C101, not C101, C200. Sorry about that, I'm mistaking some of the names like I said. Let me never mind. Here's my TMN EZ50. This one works, but I'm not turning it on. I might forgot to charge it. Here's the Sony Ericsson W45. This one is untested. Here's an Alcatel One Touch Max, another one. This one's untested. Here's some sort of hatchback phone I've forgotten. I think it's the Global Handy, untested. Here's a Samsung Chat 222. This one is locked. Here's the tiny telephone. Here's my Fujitsu phone. This one is untested. Here's a Wiko F100. This one works. I think this one's also dead. Yep, like I said in the previous part, a lot of these phones are out of battery. Here's my Samsung SGX 180. This one works, but it's dead. Here's another Nokia 1208. This one's on TMN. It does not have battery, but it works. Here's a Siemens C65. This one doesn't. It's untested. Here's another Nokia 100. Nothing new with it. Here's a Nokia 3210. This one doesn't work. Here's a Nokia. I've forgotten. It works but doesn't have a battery in it. Here's a Nokia 2680 slot. I also got this one in the phone lot as well. Here's my Telegem 240B. This one's untested. Here's a Motorola U6. This one is untested. It works, but it's dead. Here's my Motorola W375. This one works, but it's dead, and it hasn't been charged in about 7 months. Maybe now close to 8 months. Anyway, moving on to tablets. The Skilllift tablet, it works, but it works. Let me just plug the charger in because it drains battery so fast. There, I have the Slackline tablet. Both of these drain batteries. Man, they both work. Yeah, this one drains battery as well, but it is gonna be charging and appears to be dead. Has dead battery. I have two Easter Beauty 3s here. They both work. This one's dead. This one as well. They didn't have charge. I don't know what's wrong with them. I don't know why they don't charge anymore. But moving on to the consoles. I have two nostalgic PSPs. They both work, but they're both dead. Yep, they're dead. Let me turn this one on. And while it turns on, I will be unlocking these devices. moving on to unlock the devices that are in the other bed. Let me just... Okay, unlocking the devices from the other bed. So that formed my phone collection. Hope you guys enjoyed.